time amidst all your life's demands with the Ultimate Intimacy Podcast with Nick and Amy. Yes, she's back and she's looking as hot as ever.
Stop. He's
So,
in a really good mood today.
we need to start out this podcast. One of the reasons that prompted this, which is just hilarious, and maybe you should tell the story because you might be more accurate. But
I don't know what story you're referring to.
a little while back, Amy, we posted something on social media talking about I think it was making time in your marriage or something. And this guy messages Amy and said, you know, it started arguing about the video. You just don't know how busy we are. I literally have no time for my wife. And Amy made a comment and sent it back. Well, they went 3 hours back and forth.
No way would I spend 3 hours commenting.
No, you did.
No
You did
way.
spend 3 hours
No
going
way.
back and forth. I remember it.
What? I
And
would never spend that much time talking to somebody about time.
no, you were going back and forth, and it was like for
It
3 hours
probably felt
because
like 3 hours,
no,
but
because I remember you telling him, you're like, I can't, you say you don't have time yet. You just spent 3 hours going back and forth. It wasn't 3 hours straight,
okay. I
but
was
it was,
like, no way.
but yeah. So he went back and forth for like a 3 hour period, sent a bunch of messages. They were corresponding.
I
And
was probably on and off my phone back and forth, and he probably was sitting on his phone scrolling social media the whole time. I'm just assuming.
But she made the comment, she's like, you literally had 3 hours to be arguing with me, and you're saying you don't have any time. And I think that was the last thing that he ever said.
I don't
So,
remember. That was probably years ago.
oh, I totally remember it. So the point we're going to start out making is if you think you have a busy life and if your excuse is, well, we just don't have time for our marriage, we don't have time for intimacy, all that's a bunch of BS. Like you can make time. Think of all the time you spend on your phone or doing time wasters or things like that. And we're all guilty of that. But then we say, oh, well, we're too busy to be able to prioritize this or prioritize date nights. I mean, Amy and I get so many comments all the time of people like, we're just too busy to have date nights or we're too busy to do this. And I'm just like, you prioritize what's most important to you. And there's so many things that you can do to make more time in your life. So that's what we're going to hit on is the how to, because there are so many of you that say your life is too busy to have the marriage you want.
You're fired up today.
Whew. That took a lot of breath. It just frustrates me.
Does it?
Yeah.
I can't tell. Okay. What would you like me to talk about besides that you're very passionate about this, apparently?
I'm passionate about many things.
Are you passionate about talking about when wives say they're too busy to be intimate? Are you passionate about that?
Yeah, or they're too tired because their day was too strenuous, yet 90% of the stuff they picked was stuff that optional. Exactly. Well, they went to lunch with friends. No, I'm saying this. I know that not every woman is like that. I get that. So before I get the hate mail, but
there are a lot of working women.
Yeah, there are a lot of
actually
working
tired.
women. 100%.
Actually tired.
I get
Being
that.
a stay-home mom could be a working woman that are very tired.
There are a lot of dads out there that work that are tired as well.
Everybody's tired.
Yeah.
Yep, everyone's tired. But you have a butt coming. I know you do.
Oh, I don't.
You don't?
I said everything I want.
But if you are too tired for your marriage, then get up a little bit earlier and go to bed earlier, right? Is that what you're gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say if the marriage is supposed to be the most important thing, but everything else is prioritized over it, I mean,
I mean, it's hard to talk about because we all have different jobs, we have different lives, we have different amounts of kids, we have different amounts of stress, we have different challenges that hit our lives, we have different priorities. Some people pick a more extreme lifestyle, so they have to work harder and work more to keep up. Some people have lower paying jobs, and more strenuous jobs. Even there's just all these situations out there. Some people have one kid, some people have no kids, some people have 8 kids,
I get it.
10 kids. I don't know.
You can always make time, right? You can always make time for different things.
I agree. I think my favorite quote that we've ever said or that I've ever heard, I don't know exactly what we've said or what we've heard, but in the lines of, if you have so much time for your phone every day, You absolutely have time for your marriage. So if you want to get mad at us and say, I really don't have the time, then you probably have no screen time on your phone. And that's a whole nother situation,
Yeah.
right?
And
I think that's how you gauge it. If you're too busy for your marriage, look at your screen time. It always comes down to that because we all have time to swipe our phone a half hour here, hour there, and maybe you're at work or maybe you have a job like that. But if you're at home and doing it, that is time you can be spending on your marriage. I think that's how we gauge that.
yeah, every one of you go look at your screen and see what your average daily screen time is. And I bet you'll say holy, and there'll be a couple explicitives
Hopefully not.
out of your mouth for
Hopefully
most
not.
of you because uh, you won't believe how much time you're spending on the screen, me included. Mine pops up every morning or every week, and it says you spend an average of this, and I'm like, there's no way. But I do a lot of work on my phone, right?
It always happens during church.
Yeah, it always happens during church.
Sunday morning.
So no explicitives are coming
No,
out.
no,
None come out.
no.
I'm just teasing. But go check your phones and see how much time you literally might be wasting on your
Okay, I
device.
remember asking chat one day because I didn't know this, how many minutes there were in your week, and it was 10,080 is what I was told.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just didn't do the math. I just wanted a quick answer, like most of us, right? And I started thinking about that. 10,000 minutes a week. 10,000 minutes a week.
And you don't have 20 minutes to connect with your
I
spouse.
probably think your entire marriage would change if you gave your spouse 30 minutes a day. Now, do the math. 30 minutes a day, 7 days a week. You have 10,000 minutes a week. You've got time.
It's a very small percentage.
You've got
Yes,
time.
you got
You've
time.
got time. 10 minutes a day, if you're not giving your marriage any time, is going to make a huge difference in your marriage, right?
100%.
If you have one weekend night where you can take your spouse on a loving or fun date night
For an
for
hour,
2 hours,
2 hours.
that's going to change your marriage if you haven't been doing that. So we're not even going to say that in this episode what is healthy, what's not, how much time you should be
Every
spending.
marriage is different.
Whatever
Yeah.
you're doing, just step it up a little bit, and your marriage will step up a little bit.
I like that. All right.
Right.
So everyone's wanting to know what they can do, and we're going to just give some practical things.
Okay.
You may think some of them are crazy, but
Okay. The first one is to schedule what's important to you. So, like an appointment. My marriage is the most important thing in my life. I have to treat it like it's the most important thing in my life, or I want it to be the most important thing. Maybe it's not feeling like that, right?
Yeah.
So, what would you do if a client, a really important work client, says, I need to make a lunch appointment or just a meeting appointment with you, right?
Make the time.
You make the time for it. So if your marriage is struggling, you set an appointment to make it better.
100%.
You fix it, right?
It's that simple.
It's literally just that simple. So if your intimate life sucks because you're like, we're too tired at night,
Schedule it.
time in the morning. Say, we're setting our alarm 20 minutes early.
That's the thing that bugs me the most is when people say, oh, we just don't have time to be intimate.
Yeah, you do.
You can take like 10 minutes and pick a night here and there.
Some women take an hour.
Well,
so buy the toy.
Just buy the ring, and it'll be 5 minutes. Yeah, you literally, I mean, yeah.
No, we weren't joking.
If you want to be 5 minutes, you could be 5 minutes. There's just certain tools that will help you do that. It's called a very quick quickie.
Very quick quickie.
Anyways, yeah, literally you just need a couple minutes. So
I think it's not quite a couple. He's exaggerating that, but yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah, you can make it work. You can make it work.
With the time you've already listened to this podcast, you could have performed.
Stop. Anyways, moving on. Should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay. Schedule regular check-ins. It's just that easy. 10, 15 minutes a day. Maybe you text, maybe you'd be like, hey, can I call you at 1?
And we're saying regular check-ins to like
with your spouse. Like how's your day going? Like
something as simple as like a text just asking is a way to connect and shows that you're making time for your spouse. It takes a few seconds.
Okay, so your wife is home all day long with multiple children, okay? Husbands, if you make a quick phone call on the way home from work that says, hey, honey, I just was wondering if you need me to stop by and get something at the store. Is there anything that you need? Can I stop and get you a drink or your favorite something? Just that phone call alone or text alone is going to be like, he's thinking of me.
Oh, 100%.
That builds emotional intimacy. That creates better sexual intimacy. Yeah. It's just that simple. I'm just trying to give like simple ideas. Like We get so many men that are like, you expect this big list before intimate time. No,
Just do something
10
little.
minutes, a 5 minutes, a 30-second text creates emotional intimacy. That's how easy it is. When you say, hey, honey, I'm driving home, missed you, wondering if you need anything, me to grab anything on the way home, or make sure you have to save something for me to do for dinner when we get back, or just something that's sweet that would mean a lot to her.
I remember I
It's just that easy.
I remember I had a day when I was busy, things were crazy, and I get this text from Amy, and it's a picture of her trying lingerie on in Las Vegas.
I think you share that like every episode. That
I
was like 20 years ago.
I felt as connected to Amy as I ever have.
Stop, Kate. You don't even
And
talk anymore.
no, what I'm trying to say is, yeah,
What are
like
you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that,
He doesn't know.
yeah,
Okay,
okay.
moving on. Are you trying to say that wives, that's a really good way to that?
No, I'm just saying like that prioritized our marriage. I'm just like, oh my heck, like,
I I'm kind of shocked I sent that
and
because I
I
don't trust technology anymore. Actually, I trust our app because it's encrypted and decrypted, all those security
and I
measures.
thought
Use
my
the
point
app if you're
is
going to send something like that. That
my
was before we even had the app.
my point is I thought I had a really busy day and my next 3 hours completely opened up. So
But just sit and think about me.
yeah,
Great, awesome.
yep,
Don't do that to your husband if you want him to keep working. Okay,
that's true.
that's what he's saying. Uh, you always take us another level.
Sorry.
The guys love it. The girls are like, okay. Anyways,
Moving on. Moving on.
combine activities. Combine activities. Do something that
I
you're
like that.
already doing that brings you closer together. So what this would look like is you're both going to exercise, do it together. You're cooking dinner, do it together. You have to clean up the house before you have time to be together, do it
Yeah, I
together.
remember the guy you were talking to. He's like, "Oh, I got to go to the gym after, which I go to for 2 hours," and he's naming all these things. You're like, you could do some of those things together.
Dude, maybe don't go to the gym for 2 hours. Maybe make it an hour.
Yeah, maybe make it an hour, work
Or
extra
maybe
hard, and then you got an hour for your
maybe
wife.
skip a day
Because
when you're doing cake.
I guarantee from his tone of voice and stuff that his wife was probably complaining to him that he didn't spend enough time.
I have no
Because he was
idea.
arguing with us, like, I just can't spend enough time.
If you have time to go to the gym for 2 hours, you have time for your marriage. If you have time to be on your phone for 2 hours, you have time for your marriage. If you have time to hang out with friends for 2 hours, you have time for your marriage.
I
I
agree.
mean, it's just really that simple. Okay.
Yeah.
Set technology boundaries.
Yep, kind of already hit on
Yeah.
that. Just look at your phone, see how much time you're spending. You can't scroll on your phone for an hour and a half and then say we're too busy. You just can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to say anything else, but I would say technology is most people's biggest time waster, including.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's other technology boundaries you can set. Like we've already talked about a million times. I won't spend time on it. Don't take your phones in your room if it's a problem, or put a time limit on even your adults. Adults need time limits too, right? We get addicted to stuff. Put a 8 o'clock p.m. time limit on. Say we're spending an hour before we go to bed together, if that's possible for your marriage. I don't know. I understand everyone's situation is different. Or say no phones at the table. Literally, we're having family dinner tonight, no phones.
Yeah,
And then I mean, yeah, even if you only eat for 10, 15 minutes together, there's no distractions, there's good conversations. Like that's how you grow your marriage, right? Like, how was your day? That brings me aside. How was your day? How was your
sure
day?
did. Sure. Oh, totally. One of the biggest ones too is don't schedule your day so much. And I think women maybe have a little bit more difficult time with this, but like, or your kids,
Wait,
like,
what?
don't put your kids in 500 activities a week. Like, we know people that their kids are in gymnastics and soccer and baseball and football and badminton and basket crocheting
He's
and
joking.
like a million things. And you're like, I'm like, I don't even know how they function. Right. And then you're like, oh, I'm too busy for my spouse. Like, don't overschedule your kids. Like, you're in charge. Your kids don't need 10,000 things that they're doing.
Basket crocheting, really?
Oh, it just came to my mind. I mean, maybe, yeah.
How?
There's
You
someone
want to
out
learn?
there.
You
There's
want to
someone
learn
out
that?
there that is offended that you're saying basket crocheting.
I'm
And
just
they're like,
thinking.
I got my daughter in that.
I just didn't know that was a thing, but if it is a thing, please reach out to me because I
Oh,
want to know about this thing. Because teaching my kids to weave baskets, like I would love that for them.
oh, it's a thing.
It's a
It's
thing.
a thing.
Nick made it up. Okay.
You can move
Okay,
on. Yeah,
good.
you can move on. Yeah.
You good?
hmm
Okay. Delegate or simplify your tasks. What does this mean to you?
I think there's some tasks that can be done by someone else, right? Like, all right, let's say
Okay.
financially you're in a better position, right?
Okay.
Which would be awesome.
Okay.
Instead of maybe doing a bunch of yard work, hire it out. Instead of, you know, I don't know. I mean, there's
House cleaners,
house
whatever.
cleaners. If you have
Yeah.
a pool cleaner.
We
That's
we don't have those things, but we have time in our marriage. We don't look at our phones much, so that works for us.
but I'm just saying there's like
But
some things you can delegate, right?
I when I think of delegate, when you say the word delegate, to my mind,
Could be send your kids to the store if they're driving, right? Instead of trying to do
my
everything.
thought is delegate to your children. So on Saturdays, instead of me deep cleaning the house and being like, I have to do everything. It's a family ordeal at our house. Saturday
Okay.
mornings are a family ordeal at our house. When our kids get done with their cross country rate, or they have to go run their 8 to 10 miles every Saturday morning, they come home. Here's your list to live in this house. Here's your list. You've got mopping, you've got
We
sweeping, you've got dusting.
we lay
Some
down
days
the
it's
law.
some days it's chiller. Some days I am like, "Gah, do it."
Yeah.
Sometimes Nick lets
It's like
a little bit of,
it's like a prison sentence here at the McKinley home. You
right.
guys are gonna do this, this, and this.
No, they're usually like, here's your 3 tasks for the day plus your bedroom, whatever, or your bathroom. Like they have certain things that they have to get done before they get to go hang out for the day. And I think that as parents, that's good parenting. That also helps your marriage.
Yeah,
It's
instead of
teaching them to be
saying,
responsible and it's taking stuff off of me and off of you.
because then you feel like, oh my heck, there's another thing I have to do. So it's okay to delegate.
It's absolutely good to delegate. It's good for your kids no matter what their ages are. I maybe little just makes it harder, I get
Yeah.
that. But okay, plan mini rituals. Morning breakfast together, nightly walks, weekly date nights, whatever you can just start doing as a habit, right?
Yeah.
So weekly date nights. Every
Ev-
week we have a date night for a couple hours. Um, every other night, if not more, we take our dogs out for a 30-minute walk. We understand our kids are older, so that works now. If your kids are younger, put them to bed and create a nightly
yeah.
ritual. When our kids were little and they went to sleep, 8:30, whatever, we would spend an hour or 30 minutes playing a board game. I feel like everyone watches their series or watches their Netflix, watches whatever their shows that they watch all the time. All these,
Yeah.
viral shows that everyone watch. Like if you're watching a show, you have time for your marriage. And if your marriage is great and you watch shows together and that works for
That's
you, that's
great
great.
too.
I don't think
That's
you
what we
should
do.
change anything. There's a lot of things that we do. But if you're saying we don't have time to be intimate or we don't have time to connect on a level that helps us bring us closer together, maybe turn off the TV or maybe turn off the phones,
And if
right?
you're feeling like roommates in your marriage, which a lot of couples are, I guarantee the first thing that's happening is
TV.
you're not making time for your marriage, right?
You're going to your phone or
You're
your
not
TV.
having date
Right.
night. You're
Right.
not prioritizing. You're going to your phone separately.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything we're talking about, if you are living in a roommate marriage,
Right.
everything we're talking about is applicable here to have a better marriage. You have to make
Absolutely.
time for it.
Absolutely. Which leads us to the next one, which is plan mini rituals. Oh, wait, I already said that one. Sorry. Use small moments in a really like wise, smart way. So, what that means is like, I have 10 minutes here. Do something to connect in those 10 minutes. Like, don't, like, oh, we don't have 2 hours, so we can't spend time together. Like, the little moments matter
Yeah,
too.
it could be a connection for 5 minutes here and 10 minutes here and whatever
Mhm.
that looks like. You're
Take
exactly
a
right.
quick shower together when you both get home from the gym. Maybe you go your separate ways. Like this morning, he goes running, I go running with my friends. And then we come back together. Like, let's jump in the shower together for 10 minutes. Like, it doesn't have to be these long spans of time.
Agreed.
That's the
100%.
whole point, right? Is like, once again, 10 minutes can change your marriage if you let it, if you create that time.
Yep, it really is. It's
Say
so true.
no to some commitments. We understand that there's things that you have to do. There's tons of
Well,
commitments, but like social commitments or things that you're just like, okay, my life could probably do a little less of
Amy and
those.
I have been a lot better at that. Sometimes we're
Yeah.
just like, you know what? We
No,
don't have
same
time
with
to do
me.
that, right?
Right.
Like our marriage is more
Mhm.
important, and I'm sorry, we don't have the time for this, right? Like
Yeah,
Amy and I could be filled 24/7 with different things.
you could.
Everyone could with church commitments and stuff in the
Mhm.
community and kids stuff, but sometimes it's okay to say no.
And you don't have to feel guilty about that.
Yep.
Like your marriage comes first for your kids. That's the best gift you can give them. So sometimes when you say no to something, in a healthy boundary, right? Like I can't do that this week. I really need to spend time on my marriage. That's okay. This brings up a thought. I've heard from several like pastors' wives or like bishops' wives, whatever you call it. And they're like, my husband takes his pastor job so like everyone in our neighborhood and our community, like everybody loves him and needs him and is always needing meetings with him and events and all these things. And I get like zero time with him. And I think that's really important that like if you're trying to be a godly person, putting your marriage first is really, really
Is
important. That's what he wants us to do, right? Like that
100%.
is like one of the most important things for our family is family first.
And I think your marriage actually becomes before your job
Abs-
too, right? Like, I mean, you have to go to work,
right.
but some people prioritize work so much that they make no time for their marriage, and they end up getting divorced, right? Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I think, obviously God, and
Mhm.
then probably your marriage. Um,
We are friends with several doctors, dentists, some surgeons, some of those kind of professions. They have really crazy schedules. They still, like, even with like 12-hour shifts and 24-hour shifts and those kind of things, we see them spend much time on their family.
yeah,
Yeah, they've had to let go of some
100%.
hobbies. We know people that are firefighters in those kinds of line of work that are maybe traveling a lot, like the more hardcore, those kind of jobs. And I see them spending time, like it all
When they're
comes
not at
down.
work, their family's the next
It's
priority.
the next priority. And so it's all about talking, okay, how do we balance this? Yes, it's important to church, serve your neighbors and serve God and serve others and prioritize work for the family. But once again, I'm like, I don't think marriage, even putting your marriage first, once again, it's not a time thing. It's like texting your spouse when you're thinking of them.
Yeah,
That creates a good marriage. It doesn't always have to be, I have to give my spouse an hour every single day of the week for it. I mean, I want to, but if you don't have that kind of time, you can still have a great marriage.
agreed, 100%.
The next one is being intentional with your weekends. I understand some people work weekends, some people have a 9 to 5. It's going to look different to everybody. But if you have weekends off, that is a great time to be like, okay, Monday through Friday is insane. I'm so sorry. I like we both are work, and a lot of people like have opposite work schedules. She's working these hours, he's working these hours. You just hardly even see each other.
Yeah,
I know couples like that.
instead of going golfing for 6 hours, which trust me, I love golf, or watching football games all day long, like
Right.
spend some time with your wife, talking to the men, of course,
Vice
or
versa.
vice versa. If your wife likes watching football 6 hours a day, spend some time with your husband.
I haven't met one of those yet, but I'm sure they're out there. And the last one is just communicate openly. This is schedules, needs, stress, anything that's causing any kind of distractions in your life,
Yeah, just
right?
get with your spouse and say, hey, what can we do to spend more time together? How can we alleviate some of these things, and
Hmm.
talk about that together as a couple.
Absolutely. I
So
always
easy.
comes down to communication, but I think it's usually one spouse that is struggling with this. It's like my spouse like doesn't understand how important this is to me, how much I would love a really good date night or just have good conversations. And the husband's like, well, I don't know why she's so tired to be intimate with me. She's done all these things today that weren't even important. Like we hear both sides. Obviously, this can go either direction, but that's usually the problem is my spouse doesn't understand. And that literally takes some really deep, hard conversations sometimes.
Yeah.
We've had to have them plenty of
Oh, we
times.
totally have. Well, and hopefully these things can be beneficial, even if it's just one or two things that you take and apply it. That'll make probably enough time for the
Absolutely.
things you need in your relationship. So, as always, we appreciate our sponsor, Ultimate Intimacy Products. They're a great sponsor. They
They
have
are great
great
sponsors.
products. The owners of the company are pretty cool people. If you want great products that will really transform your marriage, go check it out at
I will.
shop.ultimateintimacy.com. Let us know if you have any questions, and we appreciate all of you listening to the podcast. So until next time, I guess I gotta end with my tagline. We hope all of you find ultimate intimacy in your relationship.